Shalom. I'd like to start my lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is Ratazar from the GMS Atlanta camp with another video. Lord willing, you be edified. Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right. And this is a future prophecy that will befall the United States of America. All right. Because America is basically an alias for America would be the Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right. Modern day Egypt, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, Rome, all of these various names that have been placed upon, all right, this particular kingdom that was staying in the last days, man. All right. And the prophecy says that it will be destroyed off the face of the earth. And this scripture I just read, which I read it back, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right. Dust represents not only confusion, but it represents death and destruction. All right. Basically being brought down to nothing, and that's what's about to happen to America very, very soon by the way of thermonuclear destruction. And why would America be known as the virgin daughter? Well, for one, because, all right, this place hasn't been touched. All right, like a virgin or a woman that hasn't been involved with any sexual activity, or she hasn't been touched. Well, that's America. All right, America has yet to face a major catastrophe. All right, it's untouched. It hasn't been invaded by no other nation. All right. And why is it the daughter of Babylon? Because it follows the same customs. All right. Pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 16, and I think it's verse 11. If I got it correct. Let's see. It's not 11. I think it's 44. Let me see. There we go. Ezekiel 16, verse 44. Behold, every one that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. You see that? So the daughter follows after the mother. She follows after the mother's characteristics and the way she behaves, man. So it's the same thing with America and ancient Babylon, all right? America is basically following in the footsteps of Babylon by worshiping their ancient deities, all right, and getting involved with their ancient practices. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, meaning that what? This particular place is going to be taken down and taken out of rulership. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be called, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Just like it says in Isaiah, is it Isaiah 35, if I'm not mistaken, which says the vile man shall be no more called liberal. All right, which is talking about Esau, who Esau is running the United States of America. All right, let's see if we could find it. Vile person, because the so-called white man as well as America is looked at as this glorious and just marvelous place. All right, but the sins of this place are being discovered, man. They're being brought out by the prophets of the Lord. This is Isaiah 32 and 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. And that's talking about Esau, Edom. Esau is the vile person on earth. All right. And this whole time he's been putting up a front. And people swear up and down that this guy he's righteous, he's pure, he's God sent, he's he's just a wonderful individual. All right, but through the Most High lifting up the skirt, as the scriptures say, and Esau being made bare, people starting to see Slakia, people starting to see and realize that this man is nothing but the goddamn devil, man. All right. Verse 6. It says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity. All right. And that's what the so-called white man is doing on this earth. He's working left-handed, basically wickedness, man. It says to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Right. We're speaking about you Israelites. And that's the so-called white man's main agenda, is to get rid of the Israelites. All right, starting with the elect. All right, he wants to get rid of the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah through lies, through deceit, through witchcraft, through bloodshed. But it's not going to work because America is going to be destroyed. Going back to Isaiah chapter 47 in verse 1. Or Slaki, verse 2. All right, it says, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Yeah, spiritually, that's what's happening. The so-called white man in America's, is all being exposed, man. Everything's being brought to the forefront. Verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. So when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai return, he's coming back as an angelic force. All right, as an angelic force to what? To bring death, destruction, and judgment, man. All right. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, which the chariots are the so-called UFOs. When people think about a so-called alien invasion, that's actually a biblical concept, but it's going to be Yahweh Shai, who we refer to as Jesus, and his band of angels, okay? Coming to what? Coming to bring death and destruction to the earth. It says to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Because not only is Yahweh Shai and the angels going to basically bring fire on the earth via the chariots or the so-called UFOs, that's going to be in the midst of World War III, where these nations are going to shoot missiles and bomb America to hell and back, man. All right. Verse 16, it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So there's going to be a mass amount of death that's going to occur in the streets of America, and not only America, but all throughout the world, man. All right, when you go to Isaiah the 13th chapter, the Lord said he will punish the world for their evil and their wrongdoings, but the main place of judgment is going to be here in America. All right, it's the lake of fire that you read about in the book of Revelations. All right, let's get that. Revelation is 19. Let's see where we can go. Let's go to chapter 20 in verse 14. It says Revelation 20 and 14, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. All right, which America, and this scripture proves that hell doesn't exist. Because how can hell be cast into fire? All right, the hell is talking about America. All right, because America was hell to the Israelites. Hell being a place of basically like a place of oppression, a place of slavery. Being in a low state. That's what America was to the Israelites, man, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. This land is going to be consumed by fire. And that's the lake of fire that we're reading about, which is going to come by the way of thermonuclear missiles. And it says this is the second death, because the first death was the flood, man. Okay, during the time of Noah, where the Most High basically flooded the earth with water. But this is going to come by what? By fire. It says 15, whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. You see that? So only the elect are going to be redeemed. The 144,000 and the 1/3 are going to be redeemed and saved from that destruction when it comes, man. But at the end of the day, America is going to be destroyed from coast to coast, man. And that's what we're patiently waiting for. Those of us who are in this truth, sincerely doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, doing these videos, going out on the highways and byways, week in and week out, doing lessons, staying on our watch, because we're waiting to see this place destroyed. Because after this, that's when a righteous kingdom is going to be risen up and established, man. All right, let's close out on that. I think that's in Peter's. All right. It's also in Isaiah, but let's just read the one in Peter, 2 Peter 3. Actually, let's start up. Let's start at 10 and read down. I'll sign off on this. 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So when Yahushua makes his return, it's going to catch the masses of the people off guard, man. In which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, which the heavens represent the rulerships on this earth, the kingdoms, which as I mentioned, the number one rulership of kingdom on the earth is America, which is ran and governed by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Again, thermonuclear destruction in World War III. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking forward and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High. Right, just like I just explained, those of us who are in this truth, we're patiently and hastening for that day to come. All right, it says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, which is the thermonuclear fire. 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Now, does this mean that the earth is going to be actually destroyed and the Lord is going to have to create everything over again? No, meaning that the rulership is going to be changed. All right, it's going to be basically a changing of thrones, man. All right, Esau and his wicked society is going to be destroyed and annihilated. Yahushua is going to establish a world where there's righteousness, man. And that's what we're patiently waiting for and hastening for that day to come. All right. So I just want to, do this quick lesson on that, on America being destroyed, man. All right. And everything that you see happening is just leading up to that point, with this COVID-19, the talks of food shortages, people, it's all of this is basically prophetic footsteps leading up to the ultimate destruction, which is coming speedily, man. All right. So with that, giving praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakak Wadash, Lord willing, to the next lesson. Shalom.